How's it going, everyone? I'm going to go over a video that goes over the most basic technical analysis skills for beginners that can work in any stock, in any price action, and how you can make massive money doing these simple tricks. I know that I did many videos before you've watched me do these, but I think this is very important to understand, just the basics of what to do on technical analysis. And I love reversions to the mean. I love Fibonacci retracements, and I can discuss all that and how the easy ways to do that. But basically, when a stock goes up big, you got to understand they cool off. And then where they cool off is that reversion to the mean. A lot of people use Fibonacci retracements, but the best ones, in my opinion, is that EMA 10 and 50, as those are going to give you the biggest bounces. So I'm going to go over some trades I took with you guys, go over it, analyze it, go in a little deeper analysis. But if you're in the Discord, you see all these plays. You see a lot of these making massive money. We made big money on RVSN today. I will go over that particular chart. We made over 20%. The Discord was happy. Everyone's happy. Who doesn't like those kind of profits? Right in here, I said I'm in RVSN around 0.93. We did some basic analysis. I'll show you guys how to use trend lines. I'll show you guys how to look at the daily and weekly time frames, look at multiple time frames to determine what's a good entry point. If there is a company you like, right? We don't want to be too early in the party where we don't know. Let me get rid of these. We don't know if it's going to go big or not. The best way to know is let the algos tell us when a company is good, and that's when price hits this upper counter channel. I can guarantee you when it does that, and then you want to look for this EMA 50 at the very bottom, I can assure you these are going to be more solid companies. And then we look for the retest type pattern, because any stock that does this and maintains this formation above here, and you see that 50 at the bottom, you can make massive money doing this strategy. It's very easy, it's very simple, and as long as you have good risk management, a clear take profit, and stop loss, you're going to be golden. I'm going to discuss everything, how to do technical analysis for beginners. Obviously, you're going to need your chart set up like this. I use Keltner channels. I use the ATR4. That's why you can see this right here is at 20 and 4. Basically, that means is that 20 is a length. That means that is going to be your EMA 20, exponential moving average. This middle here is your middle Keltner channel. This dark blue, EMA 20. And this upper band is your ATR4. This lower is your ATR4. So if price goes up here, it's unsustainable. So we can get rid of the fluffery. If price goes up too big, we know we can't take these trades up here. The next thing you need is EMAs. They're going to be like your Fibonacci retracements, because the two levels I use is 10 and 50, and basically that finds areas of pullbacks. I like them better. I think it's combining it with Keltner channels. This is like, this is a B strategy. All right, it took me a while to kind of implement more and more, but I'm going to show you guys just a preview of this. So RVSN, we won up massive. We will take the trade on the EMA 10. Like I said, we skip the 5. We don't take a trade on the 5, and we go to the 10, and we make 48% gains. So a lot of people say, where do you look to take profit? Well, we can see like the previous high right in here is going to be strong resistance up in here. And so a lot of the times price is going to resist there. Do I know exactly it's going to go there? No, it could go up a little. It could go a little before that. So I always tell people, take your 10%, move on. You have a clear stop loss. Your stop loss is always between the 10 and the 20. You're willing to risk about 15%. And you only take the stop if you see a body of a candle close under this 10. And as you can see, we didn't have that. We had a wick here. You make your massive money, and you don't take the same trade if it goes back to the 10. Remember that. You don't keep rinsing and repeating, because a lot of times if it comes up and comes back down, it wants to go to your next EMA level, okay? These are your bounce effects. If you skip an EMA, a lot of times you will get that 10% bounce. And then a lot of the times you're going to get massive money. But we don't know which algo level wants to be the big one. Could it be the 10 or could it be the 50? I played this in the Discord. We made over 20% rate in here. We bounced here, and yeah, how convenient. Guess where we're resisting? Right here on the EMA 5. So if you're in a stock and you start seeing this resist on the EMA 5, not good. You need to take the profit, okay? Always 10%. I use a weekly chart too to say, okay, the daily EMA 50 is going to match the EMA 20 on a weekly. Those are going to be kind of your similar levels. Daily EMA 50, weekly EMA 20. If you see the weekly EMA 20 is giving a much better entry, you better have some room to average down on RVSN. And that's what I said here in the Discord. I said, right here in the daily EMA 50, I'm going to take a shot at it. I got in around 97, 98 cents here, and then I added down all the way to the weekly EMA 20 and got in at 89 cents, okay? So that's the trick here. We got to look at all the levels. None of this tells me that we can't get a bounce, and so it seems really bullish to me. You could look at this long lower wick here on that EMA 20. Your stop loss will be about 10% down from this level. Very good risk management, and this thing can go explosive up. And so this is how you keep trading simple. Not all these different angles, these patterns, and these candles, and you know, none of that stuff works, okay? You know, big support resistance here. A lot of people will say, hey, beginners, use this as support resistance. You can see, like, right in here, we see strong support. I don't like this because it's so easy. Market makers will see this, and guess what happens? It gets obliterated. Almost all the times you'll see this over and over and over again. My big levels I look for is where algos look to buy. Those support and resistances are your EMAs. So get rid of the basic levels there. A lot of the times too, what I like is drawing your trend channel. Look at the high of your candle on the daily chart. Draw it. Connect it to the highs of each candle here. You can clearly see you're matching resistance here, and resistance here. And then you can also see, okay, what's the lower support looking like? Well, you could draw it to the lower candles here, and you can see, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can see kind of in this area, you're going to have a channel, right? We're coming back down, and we're just waiting to what? When you see a channel like this, you're waiting for price to come above, or it breaks out. We don't know. Anybody that tells you otherwise is wrong. So that's why we take it at these levels. We take our nice gains. And if it does break out, let me show you guys a trick. I do hold shares at my break even. I think scaling out is the most important thing to do. If you bought RVSN at 0.94 and it goes to 1.10, you need to definitely take that over 10% gains and then hold some at break even in case it wants to keep going. So I'm going to go over a lot of the tickers I played. A lot of these have been massive gains. KULR, one of most everyone's favorite stock that everyone wants to try to figure out and do. Well, this system figured it out. This system gave me the absolute bottom, and I'm still holding shares at 1.89. KULR had this massive move up. And let me show you a trick how you could, you know, a lot of people say, I wish I got this at 30 cents. Well, this system gave us that alert for that. As you can see, we hit this upper band. Short case scenario, look at this. EMA 50 is at the bottom. Where do we look for entries? EMA 10 gives you 38% gain. Use your data price range, and look where your EMA 50 is. Look at this massive return. Just in a couple days, you get 43% here. And let's do the big finale here. So if we go from 30 cents all the way up to $5 range, I mean, this is just absolutely massive. You're looking at a 1,500%. And that's why it's good to hold shares at break even and just keep letting it ride up and trail and stop in it. And that's the best way to make massive money, guys. You're not going to get runners like that all the time, but let's do the analysis. So every time we touch the upper Keltner channel, I tell people in my Discord, we reset the things. I said, like if it touched this and we come back to this 10, we wouldn't play it, right? Because we already played it here. But if you touch this upper Keltner channel, you can play it again. So price comes back to this 10, and guess what? You're making massive money again, 41%. Who wouldn't want to make 41% in a single day? That is literally insane. That is the power of this simple strategy that any beginner can do. This is the only strategy that I can release and be like, you know, I think anyone can do it. I think anyone can look at this and be like, okay, I'm going to look at the daily chart. What is going on? I have all these indicators set up. It's in my Discord. Go to Swing Trading Education on how to use these indicators profitable and be profitable. And I discuss on also how to trade against the trend. But I just want to stick it to very simple, as this is the safer route to do on how to trade with the trend, okay? So we hit this upper channel. We come back to the 10, play it again. And I can show you many stocks. Lays, same example. What happened? We bounced on the 10. We made massive money. We go over 60%, guys, in one day. We hit the 50 here. We make massive money in a day. We make over 91%. You guys getting the point here? It's very nice. And then you can look at the weekly and be like, okay, Well, since the trend was so strong, I can play lays here on a weekly candle if it goes to this EMA 50. I will judge based on each one. I'll go to a daily and a weekly. Those are the only two time frames I need because I am willing to swing trade these. Now, I do not do sub 10-cent penny stocks with this strategy, okay? Because there's a lot of unknowns. I don't like the risk of that, and any news can just disrupt the chart, okay? I played Fubo. Fubo was a nice gain here, and this is why you don't be greedy. Look at this play right here. I traded after hours. It got here. We made over 10% here, making a 16% gain to the high here. We made really good gains on this. Not every trade is going to pan out perfectly, and that's why I say take the smaller gains. I did lighter. This was a nice trade idea. Look at this very interesting idea here. We hit the 50 here, or the ATR4. We see the 50 at the bottom. We take the 10 and the 50 here, and look at the massive move this thing went up. This thing went up over 100, 258%. We take a 10%, take the majority of our shares off. For me, it's 90% of my shares off. I'll let you guys know in the Discord how many shares I usually take. If it's a really good setup, I'll say, maybe I'm taking 60% of my shares off at 10% gain, okay? And then we come back to this 50. You might think we lost on this trade in the Discord, but we won. This gave us our 10% right up in here. Barely gave it to us. We got out. I know pre-market was up 20%. It's not going to show that on the daily, but we made massive money. And I just wanted to be like, this is really just a really nice system. I think a lot of people get confused on how, try to make it, technical analysis confusing and all that. And you can look at like a company using QBT here. You see how, I want to show you some hard examples. You see how the daily EMA 50 is right here, but you can see on the weekly is going to match your daily EMA 50. Well, you take it on that weekly EMA 20 and look at the massive gains you made, okay? 68%. So you got to compare the daily and the weekly for the bigger, like if it's a really strong uptrend and you see like that weekly EMA 20 gives you a better daily EMA 50 entry, just be prepared, like, okay, if I take it on the daily EMA 50, I got to be prepared to buy more on the weekly EMA 20, okay? So do keep that in mind. I'm really liking it. I think you guys are going to really make massive money. I was looking at NUC, one of the biggest movers out there recently. Look at this massive move up here. We came all the way back to this EMA 50, and look at this big move retracement up here. This is 153% move up. And that's the power of waiting for the price to come to where you are. There was no daily candle that should have stopped you out because there was not a body of that went down 15% closing under here. We don't care about what the wicks do. And then look at the massive move up we have. Okay, guys, I want to keep this very simple. What does technical, technical analysis that works, right? We can clearly see we had a trend break. I don't even have to draw this. I can clearly see here is the top of our trend channel. We had a breakout right in here. You can see the top of this candle here. We had the top of here. It got very compressed, and boom, we break out. I like to use these little certain things to understand what's going on in the chart. What is the algos doing? I don't care about basic support resistance that a lot of people use. They'll be like, okay, support and resistance is all throughout this range. It plummets down. I don't look into that kind of stuff. I look into what the algos are doing. And this is technical analysis that anyone can do. I showed you guys massive winners all out here. I've been on a massive win streak in the Discord. I probably lost one and won over 10 trades that made well over 50% gainers each. And that's totally fine. I can lose a 15%er and don't even, we don't care. I'm not saying I'm the best trader in the world, but if you look at all these screenshots and you see like the massive pumps that have caused, they are based on the breakout and retest type of pattern. If you break out, which you hit my upper Keltner channel and you retest those crucial levels, EMA 10 and 50 are the best in my back test. You can do whatever you guys want, but those are the best in my opinion. InUV, what happened here? InUV. I'm just going through multiple years. Everything's recorded. Right here, hit the EMA 50. What's the aftermath? Let's see. What happened to their InUV at the aftermath right there? And I could show you multiple here. Well, are we surprised that InUV went up over 45% from the entry that I given this at this EMA 50? No one should be surprised. Algos are looking at this. What happened? We have a breakout type pattern right here, right? We had this, we could draw our daily candle. You can see this is the high. You draw it, and it's breaking out. This is the type of setup that can easily make new highs in time. But we take our fast gains because we don't know what the market can do at any certain moment. We hold our shares at break even at 40. We hold some at 40. If you got this at 41 cents, you'll hold some at 42 cents. Take 10% off. So you can't lose on the trade. It's just how much more money do I make? And that's the position you want to be in. I took Zim. I do bigger cap stocks, and I'll show you guys a bigger cap stock on a weekly channel. Look at this. What's happening? We are hitting this weekly EMA 50. Why is there support here? Well, because it's a strong level. I look at the 10 and the 50. If you took this on the 10 here, you had a 30-40% bounce on Zim. We don't keep taking it over and over again. We wait for the 50 to hit. I want to see what this does. Save this video. And that's the aftermath. I took CTM, all alerted in the Discord. What happened? CTM went up over 76% in a couple days from our EMA 50. From the EMA 10, it went up massive, going up 39%. That is the power of technical analysis that works. No BS, simple stuff that anybody can do. And it doesn't have to be complicated, guys. Don't listen to all those other people that you be trying, all these patterns and, keep it simple, you don't have to look at a lot of the price action. Where is the algos looking at? That's all that matters. Did we break out above this Keltner channel? Do we come back down to retest these levels? And all we're looking for is a breakout retest type pattern, right? That's my favorite type. We go for a big marathon. We go back and we need to cool down. We have another sprint, and we don't know which EMA is going to be the biggest move. Decided to be the EMA 50. We come back down to retest this level, and we go up massive. That's how price action is going to work the best. This is what will make you profitable. And if you have good risk management, I promise you guys can do this full time. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to join the premium Discord, I'm going to alert all these plays that I discussed in here and how you can have the massive winners that all that I post in the Discord that actually work. But if you want to join the premium Discord, click the link down below in the YouTube comments below and in the description. It'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts system. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. It's very easy, very user-friendly, this Discord. It's the best to alert people, best to communicate, make friends, and all that. But if you hit how to subscribe, it will tell you, well, basically, if you just click day trade alerts, which will take you up to here, it will ask you to subscribe. It'll give you swing trades and day trades for $12 a month. And I'm telling you guys, if you thought my swing trading service was good, wait till you see how my technical analysis works on a day trading time frame on how to make massive money. I don't even have time to go on to that. But if you guys take that next step, I will show you guys how to do that, how to make massive money every day instead of swing trading, doing a very unique strategy that probably no one has done in the internet. And I compiled into my own personality on how to find the trend on a single day instead of using a larger time frame. So if you hit day trade alerts, it's $12 a month. One alert can make you years worth of membership. It will never go up in price. You'll be grandfathered in. And if you hit the server shop here, you can see my 2 memberships. So choose what fits you. Day Swing Trading Plus, $12. Just Swing Trading is $6. Whatever you want. Your name will be in gold for the highest tier, and I make it very affordable that anyone can get in and do this. And I don't want to just make this because for the new people that are in my Discord, they understand it. But if you guys are not in my Discord and you've just been like kind of hesitant, it's very simple. I think anybody can do this. This is not something that's very hard. This is something that's very easy to learn, and I can't even go over everything. So I wanted to go over basic how to do technical analysis, how to follow the trend, and make massive money. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.